Okay, we're getting poor connection, text messages, and spam calls. Hopefully this works. Let me know if you're here. I can't see anything. There we go. All right, people are popping in. I just wanted, I guess I didn't put a title on this, to do a little Q&A chat with you guys. If you have any questions about the book, let me know. Hi, Jenny. Okay, so if you didn't see my stories, I guess it's been a couple days now, we have a little typo in this thing. Page 202, I think, the cupcakes, let's see. 202, we didn't put in the cooking temperature. Apparently all books have typos, so that's great. We did find another typo, or someone did. A grammar one, or we had a missing word, like that wouldn't bother me as bad. But on these little cupcakes, we don't have the cooking temp. So take a little Sharpie, add in 300 degrees Fahrenheit. And you know what? I'm just hoping for the best for those that get this and don't see my story for the correction or this video. That maybe 350 degrees or 375 would work just fine too. I think I'm going to have to like test that out and see if other temperatures work. So if you guys have any questions on the book or just anything you want to ask me, I do also want to mention, because I've had people, I need to turn my air on in this car. Will you let me know if it's too loud? The vent is like right by it. I'll close that one. Some people, let's see. And if you could put any questions, there's like a little question box. That would be helpful to keep them organized. Why did this just go up so much? People asking if I have put macros in the book, and I did not, and I've got 3-ish reasons for that. So my first one being is so many people don't track macros on this way of eating. Hi, Linda from Norway. And I mean, I do, but a lot don't. And I think that's kind of like one of the things people love about carnivore is not everyone has to track. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, a lot of people aren't going to use that. And it seems it would be a lot of work, like more work to figure out all the macros of everything if not a lot of people are going to use it. And that being said, the macros on things can differ. So my cottage cheese macros would look different than yours, possibly. Also depending on like if you use full fat or lower fat, if you're using 80-20 ground beef or 80-15. So thank you. I'm glad you liked the book. Hello, Letty from Austin. So that's another reason that, you know, they're not going to be exact. So I didn't do it for those 3 reasons. I feel like they're simple enough recipes that you could easily track them yourself and plug it in. But it just, I was trying not to spiral anymore mentally making this book. So it just felt like such a huge task that the majority of the people probably wouldn't have even used. Hello from North Idaho. So if you have any questions, let me know. This is out. Thank you. It is on Amazon, so all online. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, am I yelling? I get excited. Target, Walmart, and IndieBound. It is available everywhere. So I have a lot of people overseas asking me if it's available. Yes, I would also Google where you are to see where you can get it, but Amazon, I know if you're in the UK, Blackwell or something, Blackwell's has it. I had a few other people let me know other names and I can't remember them. Thank you. You just received the book and you love it. Thank you. You get yours today. Yeah, it's been so fun seeing you guys, you know, share about it. Thank you for sharing. If you have shared, that's amazing. This is a group effort. I appreciate it. If you've already gotten it, if you could leave a review, that would be amazing too. I'll flip through it in a sec. Let me have a little drink. I'm a little parched. I'm accidentally fasted too. Fasted and caffeinated. I need to eat. I'm supposed to be eating breakfast these days. So here's the back. Got eggs Benedict. This is my favorite pizza recipe. I have 2 pizza recipes in there. I mean, they're both good. They're just different ingredients. I I don't know what this one's called. I think it's like a cheesecake mousse or something. Gosh, you guys. I mean, this was also like done, you know, months ago. So let's see. How can I... Where are the... Okay, so the index in the back has pictures, which I feel like is super helpful. Where is it? So you can find things that way. How can I show this? Gosh, what a disaster. Okay, the picture, there we go. So here's all the pictures. There's dips. And yes, there's a lot of dairy in here, but I also have dairy-free recipes. There's a lot of just simple, we have a whole chapter like this, Simply Meats. Because I know a lot of you don't do dairy. There's creative recipes that also don't have dairy. There's Lion Diet. So here in this Simply Meat chapter, we have filet mignon, pot roast, instant pot smoked brisket, crispy chicken thighs, air fryer shrimp. I mean, there's a ton. I'll put it there. You can screenshot it and read it. Because the listing on Amazon, I think on all of them, don't have any pictures of the inside of the book. So I don't know why that is. Mozzarella sticks, deviled eggs. Oh, those are, I love these little smoked salmon bellinis. So that's fun. Let's see, this dang steering wheel in the way. Chicken flour can be a great option for those who don't use pork panko. I prefer pork panko. I don't think this is as delicious. Let's see, egg white noodles and wraps, waffles, the carnivore bread, bagels, cottage cheese, eggs. I guess that's it. And then in the beginning, there's also like a little carnivore 101 section. So it makes a great gift because, God, I'm yelling again. It's more than just recipes. So someone that would be curious. You don't have to be carnivore to get this book, but it would be a great gift for someone who is interested because it gives them like the how-to. Let's see here. Different types of like carnivore, ketovore. Some benefits of eating this way. It's hard to read. Why plants can be harmful. As Dr. Chafee says, plants are trying to kill us. Someone on TikTok made the noodles, said they were delicious. Awesome. I love the noodles. Putting fears about vitamin C to rest. So we got a little, 101 stuff. We talk about different kitchen tools. I cannot see what's happening right now. How to use the recipes. Talking about seasonings, animal fats. What else? Animal-based section, and then just like the approach that we take with our kids in nutrition. And so like family meal ideas. There's meal plans, grocery lists, shopping lists for the meal plans. Let's find the table of contents. Maybe. Okay, maybe not. Well, there's breakfast. Here's some breakfast items. Sauces and dips. I should have bookmarked some of this. I didn't really plan this. This is a last minute thing. But look, I keep opening to the different chapters. Perfect. Desserts. Ooh, white lasagna is a good one. Have you tried line? I have done line for 3 weeks and my body desperately needed salmon and chicken wings. I was trying to do 30 days and I lasted 3 weeks, but I did finish 30 days of no dairy, and then added things back in. Comforting classics. Ooh, I love this. I love carnitas, and the tortilla recipe is in there. If you want to try some organ meats, we have pan-seared heart, which my son loves. I'd rather eat a steak, but pan-seared scallops, crispy chicken thighs. So there's all the meats. Got chicken noodle soup, fried egg yolks, meat chips, fried goat cheese balls. So a lot of fun stuff and a lot of simple things. Here's appetizers, soups, and salads. You can screenshot. I did all the pictures myself, you guys, which I'm actually very proud of. I was very scared on how this would go. Cinnamon rolls. I'm not a food stylist. I'm not a food photographer. So the fact that they're like, yes, you're going to do your own pictures, was wild. And so I did the best I could in a little corner of my kitchen, and they did a great job, like cropping and brightening things up to edit it and make it look pretty. So, oops, what did I just do? So let me know if you guys have any questions. I think I saw some go by. And then, how do you get it? Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart, all online. Yes, there is a digital version. So Kindle has it. So you can get Kindle, I guess, through Amazon. And then someone also said iBooks. So I think the easiest thing would just be like to Google, like wherever you are, just Google the title, Carnivore in the Kitchen. There was a copycat. We've had 3 copycats, you guys. So someone actually used my cover too and then put their name below it. So make sure you're getting the right one. We're trying to get it taken down, and the listing when I last checked was still there, but it said there were no copies available. So that's good. Let's see what I missed. You've been hearing great things about my cookbook. Honestly, it's been like wild, the love and support, and just how much everyone's loving it and how they say it's so beautiful, which I love because I think it's beautiful too. I mean, I'm sure everyone's cookbooks are beautiful, but I love mine. There we go. It's just like my favorite colors, my color palette, like my favorite green pot. Okay, what else did I miss? East Africa. Yeah, check. Like if your country has Amazon, it will be there, or you can, check Kindle. Made French toast with my carnivore bread. I love that. Yeah. So when you make the carnivore bread, you can slice it and you can eat it as is, but I don't recommend that. It's just very damp and wet. And that's because if I were to put more pork panko in it, then you'd taste the panko. So it's very neutral, but it needs some help to be more bread-like. So I slice it and air fry it, and then it's like toast. But if you slice it and pan fry it, then it's French toast texture, which reminds me, I need to retest it. I'm turning it into like a pumpkin maple loaf, and I made it and it's delicious, but I might have wrote down something wrong because I'm looking at it and I'm like, did I really use 3 tablespoons of pumpkin pie spice? And it sounds like a lot, but maybe I did. So I need to retest that before I share it. Thank you guys for all the kind words. Okay, let me scroll back down to the bottom. There's a little question box. If anyone could put it in there, it makes finding things easier. You've been really bad on your diet food. Any tips on getting back? I think the biggest thing is just remembering your why. Why are you doing this? And I feel like it needs to be a little bit more than just weight loss. Dig a little bit deeper. Do you have health issues? Do you have a family? Do you have kids? You know, like for me, I want to be a good example for my kids, and I want to be healthy. I want to be able to run around the park with them, and I want to be, you know, when I have grandkids someday, that sounds scary and old, I want to be able to get on the floor and play with the kids and be able to like get up, you know, so things like that. Whereas weight loss cannot always be motivating. And so like in the moment, so get back at it, just do it cold turkey, get back at it. And if you're struggling to stay on track and maybe you're, you know, giving into cravings, I think, you know, you just need to do the inner work. And I say this from like, I'm struggling myself. I really last night had to like not go and eat my feelings, even with carnivore food, but I could have had like 10 carnivore bars last night. So it's a dopamine thing. We got to get our dopamine hits somewhere else than food. You know, that cupcake or cookie, yes, might be good in the moment. That reminds me, I feel like I haven't seen the ice cream sandwiches. I have barely flipped through this book because I'm afraid I'm going to see something wrong. Okay, they're in there, right? 198. Okay, ice cream sandwiches. Speaking of cookies. So, you know, while those might be good in the moment and give you like a great feeling in the moment, you're not going to feel good long term. So I started reading other things and I got lost. I'm reading mental clarity, and here I am not having mental clarity. But just know that, you know, you're just getting a dopamine hit with those foods and you're going to feel like crap later. So in the meantime, you know, the cravings are going to come in waves. So just distract yourself for like 30 minutes and you probably won't want it after that. Go for a walk, have a bite of butter, pinch of salt, bubbly water. I feel like a lot of the times we're not actually hungry. We're just, our mouth wants something. We want to taste something. Have like a flavored bubbly water if you tolerate natural flavors. And just know that it will pass. Distract yourself. Or you can just sit there and not distract yourself and feel the feelings, which is super uncomfortable. But I feel you. I still, almost 2.5 years in, and some days are super easy, and sometimes, I am tempted to fall back to bad habits, but I just know like I'm one bite away from spiraling and going back to where I was, and I don't want to be there. My favorite pizza recipe, the Carnizza or the Mizza. I would probably say like the Carnizza because it's the most like pizza dough like texture. But I love the Mizza too. That one's chicken based because it doesn't have pork. And so I did that on purpose. I know a lot of people don't have pork. But with the Carnizza, you can also sub chicken flour. I think I put that on there. I'm almost positive. Let's see if I can find it easy. Okay, we'll come back to that. The mental clarity is why you do it personally. Yeah, and I've actually kind of like struggled with that. That's why I've upped my fat lately, and I'm working on just being in ketosis and having higher fat, lowering my glucose. So I'm you just got to play around with what macros. Bought your cookbook. Do you use tomato sauce on your pizza? Thank you for buying it. I have a recipe in here that I use for my sauce. It's brown buttercream sauce. So I will use that on the pizza. But I also use sugar-free ketchup when I make it for my kids. And I'll have like a bite or two of that. But if I'm making it for myself, I'll do the brown buttercream sauce. Yay, I'm glad you like the noodles. Yours keeps getting delayed. Yeah, there's something weird with Amazon. I think it's a regional thing. Some people's are being delayed. I don't know if it has to do with like the hurricane and stuff, but just know my people looked into it. There's nothing really they can do. It's not just ours. There's other publishers' books that are being delayed too. So it's an Amazon thing. I'm sorry. Like, what a hassle. I'm sure you got the real deal. The copycat was like the day after. Was it the day after or the day of? They were very quick, but it didn't come out before. So if you pre-ordered, then you got the right one. Or you double check your order. It says someone else's name on it as like Alois or something as the author. You're struggling during this crisis. All sugar and carbs right now. Grocery stores are finally getting meat back in, and I'm trying to get... Oh, you live outside of Asheville. Yeah, that is like... You guys, that's so devastating. Also, have you seen... Oh, what is the guy? I just started following him. Anywho, I heard there's like weird things going on in the mountains up there. Like lots of... I don't know what I can say so I don't get censored. Lots of unalived people. Like, and now that this, maybe this is more a conspiracy, but that they're letting people like pass away from all this because now they're trying to mine lithium underneath it. I don't know. So if you haven't gone down that rabbit hole, but I'm so sorry that you're going through all that. Yeah, I've seen videos and it's just like crazy, the destruction. Hopefully, like, can you go to a different city and get meat? What about having issues eating enough while on carnivore? Oh my gosh, I cannot stand people like you. I'm totally kidding. I say that out of love because, oh my gosh, I struggle to make sure I'm not eating too much. I could eat 4,000 calories easily. So I say that out of love. I'm just kidding. Are you new? I feel like if you're a new carnivore, eating this way, it's going to be so satiating, and it's such a big jump for most people with, protein and fat that it can be very filling. So I would be curious to know if that's like a consistent thing for you. Let me grab a sip. I wish that was my problem. You made the English muffins this morning. Yay. Okay, that's all I'm seeing in the comments. If you have any questions, put them in the question box. And I'll do last call for questions. If anybody has anything else, let me know. And then I'm going to get going and go run some errands. My kids we do a Friday co-op. So I have a few hours to myself right now. I should be going to the gym, but I came here to talk to you guys instead. I might just work out at home later instead of going to the gym. We'll see. So if you haven't already, grab your book. And if you already have it, if you could go leave a review wherever you bought it, that would be super helpful. Not only helpful for those that may just be like stumbling upon this, like not know like me or anything about carnivore, and they just see it. Maybe they're searching for keto, and so the reviews would be super helpful. And it would also be helpful for the algorithm. The algorithm can help hopefully push it out. I don't know. I don't think they like us carnivore people, like I don't know if it's, you see like the paleo books, like Danielle Walker recently released one, and it's like editor's pick, this, that. Like I wouldn't be shocked if mine doesn't get pushed out, but the reviews would help with that. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. In reference to that, we all in this area just got a massive send out saying that was all rumors. Is it rumors, or are they trying to make it seem like nothing's going on? I got my tin foil hat on. Not new, second time doing it, this time over 110 days. I'd be curious, like, are you tracking macros? Like, how do you know that you're under eating? Are you just struggling to like hit your protein? Why don't you send me a message too? Send me a DM and I can try and help you, since I'm going to be logging off for this. Okay, so that was a conspiracy. The area with the lithium was wiped out and they can't get in there to get it out, which will affect the cost of the items that need it. Interesting. I love a good conspiracy theory. Key fat sources right now. Butter. I had 3 carnivore bars yesterday. I'm going to make my own, and I'm not going to put in, like, theirs is so time intensive to make it be shelf stable. I'm going to try and make some that like aren't shelf stable, but just to give me that like texture and flavor, because I do love them so much, but they're so expensive. Thank you. How do I push myself to be consistent? I mean, I'm not always. I mean, I am, because I stick to carnivore foods, but I struggle too. And I'm in that moment even right now. My friend had to give me a pep talk yesterday where I'm just burnout. I'm sick of being in weight loss mode. I'm sick of trying to lose weight. I'm sick of going to the gym. Like a lot of just like negative stuff. But I also am working with a coach right now, and she's like, it's self-sabotage, you got to get at it. And, sometimes like if we're in weight loss mode, like we're technically, starving our body so it can burn its own fat, and that's uncomfortable, and you might feel a little hungry. So, I guess that kind of went off tangent from your original question. How do you push yourself to stay consistent? Yeah, I'm not, I struggle sometimes too, but I stick with carnivore because I know how I feel when I'm not on carnivore. And I know it could be, I'm one bite away from my old habits. Oh, thank you. Yes, pick up a few for gifts. Great gift idea. Get your Christmas shopping done early. I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. What tips do you have to push out dairy from your diet? I don't have tips because I keep dairy in my diet. It keeps this way of eating sustainable for me. I don't have it every day. Just focus on lots of fatty meats and different meats and tallow and butter, and just have it as like, I don't think someone should, be eating carnivore lasagna 3 meals a day every day for the week. Have it as either, if you have it on a daily basis, have it as a condiment, or just save it. Don't have any, and maybe have like one of these fun recipes like once or twice a week if you're struggling with dairy. All right, I'm gonna get going. Let's see, I'm trying to get caught up. Love your cookbook. Look forward to using the recipes. Started carnivore 1 month ago, down 7 pounds. That's amazing. Good job, Kim. Keep it up. Oh, that's a good one. My success really improved when I stopped eating after 6. Yeah, so I'm actually working on eating breakfast, having a big breakfast, and then doing a late lunch I'm trying hard to stick to 2 meals. It hasn't happened lately. But yeah, even like if you could even push it, 6 is great. Don't get me wrong. But I'm even trying to do like stop eating at like 3 or 4, get your morning light, do the blue blockers at night. Like all these things for circadian rhythm can help with weight loss as well. Can help with your glucose, can help with insulin resistance, leptin. So I'm working on my leptin. My leptin was a little high as well. Dairy is the devil. No, not for everyone. I feel like dairy gets a bad rap. But yeah, just have it once in a while then, or don't have it at all. That's fine. Whatever works for you. I mean, I'm not going to go the rest of my life without dairy. Like there's just no, I've given up booze, sugar, grains. Like you can pry dairy out of my cold hands. I don't even know what the saying is. From the East Coast. Thank you. Oh, Maine. Oh my gosh, I love Maine. Okay, let's talk about Maine real quick. I was on a boat and we spent, let's see, I think like a month. Castine, Maine, is that right? So the owner of the boat lived in Castine and we like parked in front of his house essentially for like a month. Spent a lot of time in Portland too. And then what was the other? I have a sweatshirt. Bay Booth? No. What is it? Booth Bay. Is that Maine? I love it up there. It's so beautiful. Tonight is chicken crust pizza night. I love it. I hope my book would be at Costco too, but honestly, the chances of it being in a store are slim to none. That's why like pre-sales and this first week is so important. If it does well, then there's a chance. Right now, it's not looking like it. I think it's doing well. It's great. You guys have been so amazing and supportive, but I think they're probably looking for, hundreds of thousands of copies to be sold before they're going to want to pick it up and buy it in stores. But that's just my guess. But the more, the better it does, the better chance it has of going into stores. All right. So we'll leave it at that then. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for ordering. Please leave a review if you haven't already on the platform you ordered from. And we'll have to do this again sometime. I actually was talking to my book PR lady about doing like a cook along with me. So we'll pick out a recipe. We'll plan it ahead of time. And I don't know where it would be, like Instagram Live or a Zoom. I don't know. I got to talk with her to figure out like the best logistics, but I think that would be super fun. So thank you guys. We'll see you soon. Have a good Friday and take care.